Hey, what is going on, everyone? Just wanted to bring you guys a little quick update video before we do the blog post later on today. There's a few things that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the reaction, or I guess the solution now, to the Luminous credits, Dagger fiasco, whatever you want to call this. You know, the fact that people got free unlocks for Dagger and the compensation that they're giving us really doesn't match, in my opinion, what went wrong. And obviously, you know, the best thing to do in that situation, I think, would have been a rollback, but it was far too late because they had their thumbs up their ass and they didn't want to actually do anything about this. Secondly, I want to talk about the new influence community manager that we're getting, or we have now, for Marvel Strike Force. We're going to talk about that. She did make a post on Reddit, and we're going to go over that a little bit. I also want to quickly go over the inbox. You guys might have noticed when we had the update coming soon mail, and it actually said 4 playable characters, and we're all scratching our heads wondering what the hell that is. It turns out this was actually a typo, believe it or not. Or, you know, maybe no surprise there. And it's only 3. So no Dormammu, no random new character that we didn't get told about. So no, it's just the 3 new playable characters: Omega Red, Silver Samurai, and presumably Lady Deathstrike. Both technically Silver Samurai and Lady Deathstrike actually were not confirmed. But, you know, we had that photo that showed the characters, and based on the nameplate size and the photo, we kind of made an assumption on that. Now, wouldn't it be funny if, you know, it just completely was not the case? But I'm sure we'll find out more about this on the blog later on, I think, is because realistically, we know that the patch is going to be next week. And so we'll probably get to see some more stuff regarding that. And of course, we have Doom War 2 coming out with the gear tier 16. So this teal augmented gear that they have here in the brackets, yeah, it's a bit strange. This makes it sound like that there is a meaning behind this, because they've never really mentioned this before. You know, they never said like orange brackets superior gear, you know. So what does this augmented mean? Is it important? Maybe it's not, but I feel like it is. Otherwise they would have just said teal gear or teal gear tier 16 or something like that, right? So I feel like there's a reason behind this. Maybe this has to be exactly what, you know, you need to upgrade to gear tier 16. Maybe it's a completely different setup to some degree to what we're used to. So I don't know about that. But in terms of new costumes, of course, we get that all the time. New Mythic Legendary, that's Omega Red. New event campaign, probably Silver Surfer, because, sorry, not Silver Surfer, Silver Samurai, because he was the first character listed on that screenshot photo with the 3 new characters. Alliance War updates, they did actually talk about that already, I believe, in a mail thing here. And Doom Raid 2. So what we don't know yet, maybe we'll find out in the blog, is we don't know exactly what the requirement is for that in terms of Blue ISO. So is it going to be Blue ISO 1? Is it going to be Blue ISO 2? I think, personally, and this is my guess before the blog if they mention anything there, that it might be Blue ISO 2 to start and Blue ISO 3 later on in the lane, just like how they have for Doom 1, where it's Green 4 and Green 5. But we'll find out later on, I'm sure. One thing, and if you do want to read up on the war updates, it is here. Basically, we're getting 2 more additional slots for defense, which means more attacking, 2 more extra war attacks, and I think that you're going to be starting with 4 energy at the start instead of 2, with a higher energy cap. Now, if it's just a +2 energy cap, it doesn't really change anything at all, and that's kind of what I'm disappointed about the most. This War Ready trait, I'm not sure what this is, so I didn't watch all of the videos of Philosopher, was it, that did the interview about the war stuff. I don't know any of that. If you know what the War Ready trait is, let me know in the comments down below, because I didn't pay attention to that. Updated room bonuses, but they don't mention that anything has changed in terms of the rewards, and you know, that's what's disappointing the most. So if the rewards are exactly the same as, you know, the war is now, I don't plan on going any harder than I already am for Alliance War, because I just personally don't find it all that fun. But if you guys really love Alliance War, then hey, maybe this is something that you guys will enjoy. But yeah, you're gonna get a total of 10 defense teams instead of 8, and presumably up to 14 war attacks, because you can maximize at 12, I believe, for war attacks. So I just wanted to talk about that really quick, and I also want to bring up Shang-Chi again. I know it's been a little while since I've talked about him. Where is he? He's somewhere around here. And the reason why I want to bring him up is because they still haven't actually officially addressed two things. They never talked about the 10% heal. Again, I'm a broken record here on Shang-Chi, but they never said that they were going to add this in. Am I mistaken? You know, the 10% heal for all other allies. That's fine, but like it's nowhere near what it was beforehand. It's just it's weird for them to add in something like this and completely gloss over it and not mention it at all. I think it's just super strange. Also, from my understanding, they still haven't fixed the basic attack, which double attacks on assists and striker ISOs possibly as well, or he double taps, you know, randomly for some reason. I've seen that myself. Other people have mentioned it, and they haven't really fixed that. So I don't know if it's like on a crit he double taps. I don't know what's going on. If you guys know what's going on, please let me know in the comments down below as well. So just two things really quick I want to talk about before we get into the important matters, I believe it is. And that is the Luminous credits issue with Dagger. And actually we're going to look, instead of looking at this is the official blog post version, but we're actually going to take a look at the Reddit post version. So this was posted, Luminous credits and Red Star orbs. Apparently there was an issue also with Red Star orbs for the first 30 minutes on yesterday, about Wednesday, I don't know, one of the days here about Red Stars, when Dagger left the Red Star orbs, that the Dark promo 10 times rate was not active. But what's really funny here, recently there was an issue where some players unintentionally got Luminous credits due to an error with the Strike Pass. So this is when Cloak, it's a Cloak Strike Pass, because there's Cloak shards in the beginning. Basically, currency was converted from a previous event into Luminous credits. People were given access to Luminous credits well beyond the capabilities of getting them, and people were able to get a variety of number of shards, whether it's for Cloak or Dagger. You know, most people bought Dagger because Cloak offers were already out at that point. The 675 orb already came out, so it wasn't too big of a deal for that, for Cloak, so everyone purchased Dagger pretty much. To make things equitable in the near future, we will send out 4,000 Luminous credits. To be clear, that's 2 orbs, which gets you 10 shards, to all players that did not receive them due to the error. Now, here's the problem, is that some people actually got like 100+ shards of these Luminous credit orbs, and that's crazy. That's like, for me, it's like $70 Canadian that people got for free, and I think that's bonkers. Now, we don't know if it's 20 people, if it's 200 people. We don't know how many people took advantage of this or who were able to take advantage of this. But that doesn't really matter, because we just need fairness across the board. Am I the only one that believes that, you know, it doesn't matter how many people took advantage of this? It should be equitable for everyone. And this is not an equitable solution, you know, to give everyone 10 shards when there's others who got 100+. It just doesn't add up. And I really think this is fucked up. You know, I don't swear very often, but, you know, and then there's some people who, you know, I made a comment on this Reddit post actually, and some people said, well, how is this harming you? And okay, so how is this harming you? Because it's a raid character, more or less. It's a raid character, but that's not true. Not entirely true. You can use it you can use them in Alliance War and things like that. But it's not equitable. It's not fair. I want things to be fair. So what I would have preferred was this to be rolled back. I think that's what would have made more sense, but they had their thumbs up their ass and took too long to decide what they were going to do, and by that point it was very difficult for them to do so. People might have remembered that the last major rollback was the infinite gold fiasco. That's what I'm going to call it, because you would claim the gold in the mailbox, and it would constantly give you gold. I think they gave out, what was it, 5 million gold or something like that to every player, and then when you claimed it, it just kept going and going and going. And so that was the last time that they had to do a major rollback. But in this case, I think they should have found the people who took advantage of this, rolled them back, and then you wouldn't have had to give compensation out at all, because it would have been fair. So that's my opinion on this. You know, there's a lot of people, it's just, I lulled hard, got a lot of people who unlocked Dagger and got over 50 shards, but we get 10. Guess we just should hoard event currencies and hope for another mistake. This stuff is so laughable. Upvote, you know, because that's true. How do we know what events and what stores are going to get fucked up in the future? And so you might as well just, I tried this with the Fire Essence currency with the Shang-Chi event, the event store. I saved about 3,000 of that credits just to see if it would roll, and who knows, maybe it might roll over into a future event. We don't know, and that would make me, you know, ahead on some other players on certain things, and that's just not how it should be, right? You know, we should have a proper game that isn't effed up every time we turn around, and I think it's just ridiculous. You know, some people got 50 to 100 shards and we get 10. You know, definitely make, you know, it's a really shitty thing to do. And I just, you know, I could go on for days. It's just shit. We all know it's shit. they need to do better. They need to fix their shit, and they need to get on top of that, because this is just not acceptable anymore. Moving on. Okay, so this is also what I want to talk about here. This is Lori, Influence Relationship Manager Lori. This was a post on Reddit as well. You guys may have seen it, may have not seen it. Hello, Commanders. My name is Lorena, but you can call me Lori. I'm the new Influence Relationships Manager for Marvel Strike Force here at Scopely. I just started a couple of weeks ago, so let me introduce myself. So she talks about how her background is on video games and that she's been playing quite a bit. Since 2008, I guess. We don't know how old she is necessarily. There's a lot of older games here. Knights of the Old Republic is kind of old. But anyways, you know, and so, yeah, this is her background of her, talking more about her, get to know her, you know, and you can find this online as well. She has 2 bunnies, and as I mentioned before, I just started a couple of weeks ago, so that means I'm still learning. I can't wait to meet the content creators and the amazing community of players to start working on cool initiatives. For one thing, you know, if you're meeting the amazing community of players, you'll find that on Reddit, people complain a shit ton, so be cautious of that. Content creators, they probably mean envoys, so, you know, that's probably not me, but I'll let you guys know if I get any contact with Influence Relationships Manager Lori. And then you can reach out to me on the Marvel Strike Force Discord server with any questions, or say hi. So say hi to Lori, everyone. You'll still see Cerebro posting most of the game-related news here on the subreddit, but I will likely help out when the occasion calls for it. Looking forward to meeting you all, and may the orbs be ever in your favor. Alright, thanks for the Hunger Games ripoff, because that's what this game is all about. This game is Marvel Strike Force Hunger Games. This is like survival of the fittest. You know, hey, you know, sometimes you might get lucky, sometimes you're not, and that's basically what Red Star Orbs are. Let's be real. Okay, so basically what we don't know is we don't really know in any great detail of what her specific role is. We do know that Cerebro is stepping back from the, you know, the relationship with the envoys, and that he's going to be focusing more on, you know, blog posts, I assume, and posting other game-related stuff, but not necessarily contacting the community or reaching out to the community. So I think you're going to see Cerebro posting a bit less on Reddit and replying to people less, and I'm assuming that's what Lori's job might be. But down below, there's a few interesting posts because of the stuff that people questioned. So here's 3 Carnage shards, upvote 255 times. This reminds me of, actually, was that probably related to the Carnage shards in the offer? I'm pretty sure for the event there's like 3 Carnage shard offers on a daily basis. So what exactly is an Influence Relationship Manager? Let's start there. 118 upvotes. So yeah, it's really not 100% clear exactly what she's doing. She works with the content creators, but what she really is focused on is getting randogram and TikTok celebrities. I don't know. Oh, Instagram. With 100 times the followers to get the game under the eyes of the new players. So like the random Pokemon Go ads I get on TikTok, can't wait to see the comment section of influencers playing MSF. It's going to be a shit show. This is my question. The title makes it sound like someone who works with content creators to keep them happy. I'm so confused because it's such a random announcement. Now, she says, I'm going to help out moderators and content creators to make sure that they have everything they need to help the community. I'll be honest, that statement is also super effing vague. So that doesn't really tell us exactly what she's going to be doing. What help is she giving us? How is she helping us? How is she helping me? How is she helping other content creators? Is this only for the envoys? Probably. But what does it really mean? What does this mean? It's silence. It means silence. You know, so are we encouraged by this? I don't know. You know, but we don't need help from moderators or content creators. We need your employer to fix their game. This is a good one. It kind of sounds like the complaints from the community that are then echoed or relayed up by the moderators and content creators, envoys here, let's be real, would typically go to Cerebro or another higher up at Scopely. Since they didn't want to hear that noise anymore, they hired you as an intermediary to either take the brunt of these complaints or so that they could have someone to blame when those complaints don't reach them, whether you pass those concerns on or not. Seems like a shit job. TBH, good luck. I think you mean good luck, Commander. I think it's pronounced get fucked, Commander. Some of these are actually pretty good. There are some others further down, but realistically, yeah, what does this mean? There wasn't a whole lot of posts from her other than thank you, thank you, thank you. Not a lot of details specifically, CM Zemo. Not a lot of details about the Cerebro will be here as always. I'm helping him on occasion. Keep an eye out on feedback, of course. No real specific details. So let me know what you think about Influence Relationship Manager Lori. Do you think that this is going to really change the state of the game? Do you think this is going to help at all? Do you think this is going to improve communication in the game, whether it's on Reddit, whether it's on Discord, or otherwise? Let me know all of that in the comments down below. I'm genuinely a bit curious. I don't think this is going to change anything with me. I'll let you guys know if I get a reach out from Lori on this, but I don't think that I'm on the radar here probably for her. So that's okay. That's the end of today's video, but we are, sorry, not today's, this is the first of today's video. We're going to be doing another one, of course, for the blog post, which will come out later on today. I just wanted to get this out a bit early, just to get my thoughts on a few things that were ongoing, then I don't need to talk about it in the blog, because I think we're going to get a pretty hefty one later on, so 2 videos for one day today. Don't normally do that, but this one was a little bit special. Do we think the game's going to improve? I don't know. Fingers crossed, I guess. You know, I'm always hoping. I'm always a cautiously optimistic person. I know. But, yeah, I don't know if this is going to change anything. So, that's the end, guys. Until next time, blog post. I'll see you later. Bye!